Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of another brand new game to bring to the channel, Guilty Crown. So this is one of those games that came out very recently and I wanted to try out. Stop saying that. This telescreen, every couple of seconds, he'll end up saying that line. It kills me inside. That's why I play with no audio usually. But this game is another one of these kind of new, I believe, CN-based games, of which is kind of based on just like 3D weirdness. So this is a very similar game to Honkai Impact, if you tried that out in the past as well. Stop it. And I actually really enjoy what it's putting down so far. So what we're going to do today, we're starting out with a multi on this first starter banner that's like, hey, you can get a real neato, fancy old character off of it. So that's the current plan for right now. I wanted to get one multi into this, and then we'll probably end up just kind of playing a couple levels and talking about things, because I've actually been really enjoying this game so far. It came out yesterday, and I am on server 3. But let's go ahead and pop in. I am going to go ahead and buy the last ticket here. Of course, the summon animation is the like opening shot where he reaches out to like the hearts of his friends, or the butts of his friends, depending on who you are, but we'll see how that goes. Oh! So I believe your name is Tsumugi. I'm actually not surprised I end up getting her, because she is part of the like banner title, but I will absolutely take that. Thank you. So in that case, what I am going to end up doing is partner and then go into this and equip her. I believe her full name was Shiemi Tsumugi. Oh God, why is that so loud? Jeez. Okay. But I haven't actually seen the Guilty Crown in several years, if I'm being honest. I probably watched it around like 20, I want to say 12. But it might even be, it might even be before that, which is weird. But I watched it originally way back in the day, and I really enjoyed the show as a whole. It's one of those things where like, it's such a contained story, and the second half of the story, some people say it goes down, some people say it goes up. So it's become pretty contentious among people. But personally, my memories of things, it offers a very similar story to the whole like shattering of Kaneki, if that makes sense. Here, I'm gonna turn this down for me. This is way too loud, even at how low my volume is right now. Jeez. I usually don't play these games with audio all the time, so I usually avoid it. But yeah, this game is like a Honkai Impact style, but it has a very similar story to Kaneki's whole thing, where, oh no, shit went bad, and now I got very sad and angry and just want to solve the world. So let me do that in my own ways. I just need power, which is my kind of shit. I honestly think that Shu as a character was really interesting, but aside from his whole thing, aside from majority of like the big story beats, like the tail end of the second season, I forget a lot of the main story and the characters' names and stuff. Like, I know the gun guy on my team right now is, I believe, Kenji, and Shu's the main boy, of which is quite strong and fun to play as and having a real good time. I'm currently just playing as Shu because his gameplay is very basic and it's the starter character anyway. He's also good against these enemies because there is like the 3-prong typing chart, if that makes sense. So it's like, I believe it's psychic over mecha. No, we can actually check it after this, so it's a little bit easier. But it's another one of these like typing advantage games, which is pretty generic. It's very similar to how Honkai Impact does their stuff, so it's not really too surprising. Like here, if I go into this, no, it's not even there. Is it in the partner chart? I know there was a way to actually check out the type advantage situation. Oh, what? Oh, shit. I didn't realize I actually had the chance to get her as well. So now I have another character to play as while we go through this as well, because I haven't actually tried her out either. That's good. I don't even remember what her name was. I remember her future. I remember where she ended up by the end of the story. Places. But I don't actually remember her name. Honestly, I wouldn't mind trying to go through Guilty Crown from the beginning again and trying to check things out. But what we will do here is, I guess since we can actually check out the chart here, I believe, yeah, here. So it's psychic over I feel like I want to say that's human, and then human over mecha, and mecha over psychic. Good to know. In that case, I am going to actually replace Shu that we just played as with this new character, because she has the whip, she'll do her own things, and it should be a good time. So, I played Honkai Impact 3rd for a long while, and I actually really enjoyed that game. My main issue with it is the lack of auto, and the fact that it's so difficult to actually make content on the game. Oh, she's just a healer. Good to know. In that case, I'm actually going to probably play as Catgirl McWand. She's a summoner! Oh, shit! That's kind of interesting, actually. I like that. But I like Honkai Impact a lot, but I didn't really have a lot of justification in terms of recording new videos because actually getting new units inside that game is very uncommon. Typically, a lot of the game is just spent trying to keep on grinding the units over and over and just getting your single units better. It takes a long time to actually get the new Valkyries, but I really do enjoy its rotation when I got the chance to play it for a while. It's just, as time went on, I kind of barreled down on the games that I actually needed to record, because unfortunately, that's how the YouTube grind ends up going. But just how it goes sometimes. So, she's not really she's very opposite to what Shu was based on. While Shu was like the big DPS McSwing all the time, she's just kind of a healer. So here, I'll just use my gunman. This is Kenji, I believe he was like a convict and like a super big violent criminal, but he had a cool gun in his heart that stopped gravity. So they were like, okay, sure, we'll let you in the crew. All I remember is like his ending was super fucked up. He just got like shot in the head at one point. Guilty Crown's like, my memory of it is so skewed in the weirdest ways. I only remember like the big story beats. Here, what is your Bankai? Every unit has their own like special, which has no background. Nice gun. Good job. You know, his actual abilities don't reflect his gravity stuff very well. Also, this party is not made for actually clearing waves. Holy shit. I think that equipping the healer may not have been a great call. But we did it. Oh my god, we got 1 star. Maybe Shu is just the hard carry for right now. He is kind of my strongest character. Here, let's try that again. Let's try and run that with like a real team and see how this goes. Oh man, I actually, more than Gunman, I kind of prefer having her on the team for right now anyway. Because Tsumugi is good at summoning the robots, which will be a little bit better at trying to actually control the field. But she does good swing and good damage, so it works out. God, and look at him. He's like chunking out HP. He's also strong against him. God damn it. Oh, big mistakes were made. Here we go. Honestly, I do think I could get into this game pretty... Like it's one of those games I could see myself really enjoying if they have quite a bit to it toward the tail end of it. It's just a matter of... I care a lot about collection because I like to see different mechanics. Guilty Crown is one of those things where the actual series, it leans so much into the ability to make such unique abilities out of its, like, skill sets. Being able to reach into the hearts of random people, even if you wanted to make, like, original characters, you could make such interesting original characters for a game like this. So I genuinely think that this game has a lot of potential depending on how they end up moving around things. I feel like there's also the potential of it just kind of stagnating as it is, like other games of its, I want to say like genre, like 3D games like this that just kind of have very rare updates. But I'll definitely be curious to see how it goes. Like Dengeki Bunko, the other game that's kind of similar to this one in terms of its like UI and stuff. I think that that game, as far as I know, updates every so often, but the updates are a little bit larger. So that might be a good way of going about this, but we'll end up seeing as things go on, I suppose. It's always these like early parts of a game where you always wonder like, this is fun, but like what about the future though? I've just become so anxious about everything like that because it's such a like, almost every game has like a 60% chance of dying within a year. And that shit sucks, but it's the unfortunate reality of kind of this market right now. If things don't catch on immediately, it'll get killed off fairly quickly. I don't know so much about like CN titles, because I do see that CN titles get pretty popular for a long while. And this is on QApp, so people can just easily download it off of the link in the description as well and just kind of have a good time with it. So it's pretty accessible to different people. It's not like a 9-game game, for example. All right, so you're protect the civilian. All right, I can also summon here my super ultimate, so let's see it. Yeah, scan that heart. Yeah, summon that Tamakoma. Hell yeah. Man, I still need to go and properly get through the entirety of Ghost in the Shell. Like, I saw the original movie thing. I don't actually know the subtitle. But the OG first one, big important. But I actually want to get further into that franchise. There's other seasons that I wanted to check out at one point as well. I like that her actual automatons stick around for at least a while. Now this game does also, so I don't know what this like target button I'm currently clicking is, but it also has like a dodge button. It has 3 strong attacks that you can use that have different abilities, and it also has the ultimate on the bottom that charges up slowly, like this. I actually like her ultimate a lot. She goes into the Rainbow Robo and fucking nukes the place, even though she creates daylight for some reason. You know, that's how animations go. She just makes the daylight. She summons the sun to shoot down from the skies. Here, let's pop back over to Tsumugi for now. I actually had a friend back in the day that really wanted to cosplay this girl. I don't actually remember if they did it, but this is a hell of a design. Latex cat girl is pretty, it's pretty on the nose. Look at that. Fucking, it's very... This pose is the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my god. Oh, I feel uncomfortable looking at that for any surmountable amount of time. Holy shit. Here, let's pop into another one, because I kind of want to play at least one more. Honestly, I feel like the actual skill animations, they're a little bit lamer because they are kind of these weird... It's like early Unity models, which is super strange to me. But it works out, honestly, for right now. You can't really expect a lot out of a mobile game, and this game is trying to live up to the models of Honkai Impact, and supposedly Genshin Impact, which is coming out soon as far as I know. Is it Genshin Impact? One sec. The game is called Genshin Impact by the same developers. That game, I was seeing gameplay earlier today, weirdly enough, and that looks fucking stellar. For a mobile game, it is so far beyond anything I've seen before, and it's like an open world, almost Breath of the Wild style of game. So I'm going to be playing the hell out of that when it comes out. But this game has a lot to live up to because of it. Because, unsurprisingly, you're in the same genre as that title because the gameplay is so similar. So there's going to be comparisons driven between the two. So, like, no matter how you end up making it, there's always, but why not just play the other one, though? Which is the difficulty there. Like, this game, I don't feel the same level of impact off of the different attacks inside this game versus Honkai Impact 3rd. Definitely think that the gameplay... There's a lot of screen shake, but not a lot of... I don't know. There's not that sting in your heart that you feel whenever you use an attack that Honkai Impact has. Some of those dodges, when you end up getting the right, like, timing, are some of the most satisfying mobile game gameplay, which is the nastiest thing I've ever said in the world. It's just... Honkai Impact has so much going for it, and it's had this monopoly for such a long time that anything that is in the same category is going to be compared. It hurts, man. But here, let's get to it. We'll keep on running with this team for right now. I actually am going to swap over to our summoner lady. And let's summon some boys. I guess she just has like a magic wand. Also, through the tutorial, you also get Inori off of the first top-up, but when you first play the tutorial, you get to play as her. She also just uses dual guns, like a certain main character from another mobile game uses. So it's pretty on the nose in general, but let's blow the world up. Go, hand scanner man. Spin it up. Go. Oh. Well, yeah, that works. Here we go. So I'll pop this off. Probably swap over to Shu again. Just to get through this. Whenever you use his actual Bonkai Mick Slashy Boy, you get to use your second infinitely afterwards. So I actually really enjoy using this combo. There we go. I love the animation. It's goofy, but it's worth it. So let me just keep on popping my second. Dash, dash, dash. Dash, dash, dash. Can't hit what you can't see. And here we go. I do feel as if the attacks lock you in for such a long time. You don't feel like you have a lot of potential for actually dashing out of attacks. Like, the animations last for a hot minute when you use certain attacks. Like this one, it's like 5 long swings. It feels like you're playing SAO. Here we go. And GG. I think we're actually getting toward the end of the first chapter as well. Or the fourth chapter. Like the chapter I was on, I mean. Why did it stop loading? I've been sitting on the screen for like a minute now. Please, I'll reopen you. Okay. Okay, so the video cut off in a very weird way several hours ago for me. Because as I was playing to that level that we last saw, the game went into maintenance for half an hour and was down for 2 hours, despite the fact that it was only half an hour. So that's how it ended up going, and we are back a little bit later in the day. Basically, the main thing I ended up wanting to say here is I really enjoyed this game. I don't know how much longevity there's going to be within it, and I don't know how much I'm going to end up playing going forward, but at the very least, what my current plan is going to be is I'm going to try and grind up the main story to get up to 1 full multi on this this banner right here, because it appears that you do need 2800 to get a SSR at 58%. So I'm going to try to shoot for that and get that done. And I'm just going to try to play quite a bit of this. It's one of those games that I feel like I'm just going to do one big summon and then maybe put it down for a bit. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting super invested into it, but we'll see for right now. Either way, if you do end up starting on server 3, which I am currently on, feel free to add my ID, which is 67237, to your friends list by going into the friends list, by going into this bottom tab and going to the ID and typing it in, because I do need 5 friends to be able to do my dailies properly. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for today. But thank you for coming out and checking out this new Guilty Crown game. I'll be back soon to get that full multi done, and we should have a good time with it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Puckett, stop saying that. Please, shoo.